lever, push a button, and now they creating natural disasters for certain areas. They playing God.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you watch it on your TV or whatever the case is, I wish you was smooth 7, man. I appreciate you as well. Look, and to those who celebrate Mother's Day, I know today's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day as well to those who out there. Man, it's a special day for y'all. That's if you celebrate it. Because I do know, y'all know, if you look at it deeper, you can take it deeper if you would like to. If you don't, and you just say, man, I'm celebrating it. It's my day. Appreciate you. Y'all do a lot for the world. Appreciate the mothers out there, man. Yeah, my mama too. She at work today, so unfortunately, she can't be on camera because I asked her if she could come, and I wanted her to pull up, but she was like, nah, I got to make it to work. So, that being said, might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. But also, mom said shout out to y'all as well. She appreciated all y'all. She told me to let y'all know Happy Mother's Day too. So, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
This is crazy. A former Bush official claims that the United States spent $21 trillion building a secret underground city. Her name is Catherine Austin Fitts, and she formerly served as Bush's Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. And she says that the United States government built this in secret in case of a near extinction event for the rich and powerful. She claims that this isn't just some underground tunnel, but that this is a massive underground city across the United States with over 170 bases. She even says some are under the ocean and that they're all connected with transportation. Also said that this isn't some situation where there's like old tunnels and concrete, but that this is a luxury development made with everything that humans would want and need and have currently above ground in case they had to go down below. She started researching this in 2020 and says that on her website, missingmoney.solari.com, you can go and look at the actual government financials and make a decision whether or not this is true for yourself. Now, there have been theories about this for decades, so are we finally getting the proof? As always, let me know what you think about all of this down below.
Look, this for entertainment purposes, but I'm going to go ahead and say it for everybody else, because I know everybody thinking it. Yes, we already knew this. They just telling us some shit we already knew. They be using that shit as a cover-up, bro. Straight up. That shit a cover-up. All that in case something go wrong, we gonna build bunkers. Like, bro, that's they cover-up. That's they bullshit excuse. Nah, y'all been built these. Y'all know why y'all built those. Y'all been pushing people through those. Y'all get what I mean? Can't say exactly. They be pushing people through all these different places where we can't see it. It's underground. Bro, all the people that be dipping and going missing, some of them be underground. Some of them be, bro, this shit, it gets so crazy. They be in the containers, they be underground. This for entertainment purposes, none of this is true. But it's just like, they telling us some shit we already knew. And I feel like they had to come out and say it. But, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. But again, they say demons is in the ocean. They got bases in the ocean too. And they said some of those tunnels reach to them oceans. Yeah, there's some demons out there, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
Why do you think every store is pushing self-checkout so hard? It's not about efficiency, it's about control. Right now, it feels convenient. Scan your items, pay, and go. But Phase 1 is always about getting us comfortable. Phase 2, stores with no employees, no cashiers, just shelves, cameras, and drones watching your every move. And here's the twist, it's not just about monitoring. They'll control what you can buy using something called carbon credits. Every product you pick up will deduct from your yearly limit. Want a fancy lab-grown steak? Sure, but that might cost you all your credits for the year. Luxury items will be rationed, and you'll be stuck with sustainable choices they decide are good for you. Think about it. The illusion of choice, but your groceries, your meals, all pre-approved by AI systems. Step out of line, pick up something unauthorized, and boom, the drones flag you. Maybe they even shut down your payment chip. They're building a system where you don't decide what's in your cart. They do. And it all starts with a simple self-checkout. Convenient, right? Or is it the perfect trap?
I remember that clip.
Hey, we're camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that. This is crazy. Are they chemtrailing us in Texas?
That's exactly what I think it is. The chemicals.
There's two Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not. The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie. Now, if you would punch up Dr. Carson, Ben Carson, when Trump called him a and the next day he joined Trump. And the guy asked him, see, every now and then you slip and say something? He said, why'd you do that? He said, it's two Trumps. I was with the good one. You see it there? Just punch up. When somebody interviewed him, he said, there's two Donald Trumps. That's easy to.
Hey, that's crazy. Because not recent, but early in the channel, it was so many comments of y'all saying that. There y'all go. For the ones who was saying that, there y'all go how y'all feel. For the ones who watching this for the first time and you agree or disagree, why you disagree? Or why do you agree? I want to hear y'all perspective, because see, that's a new rabbit hole for me. I'm unsure if that's even true or if it's fact, because I haven't, educated myself. I haven't went and learned nothing about that. But I have seen comments about that, and I remember. How y'all feel? Let me know.
Did you know that there's fluoride in the water that the government uses to control our minds? I forgot. Nobody cares about the end of the world.
Something to say. So, the sun is in space. So, why is it light on Earth, but there ain't no light in space? Let that shit sink in.
Come up with y'all ideas, man. I need to hear it.
Are we going to talk about what's going on in Texas? Blue rain has been falling from the skies. Some have said it's from cloud seeding. Others have actually tasted the water and gotten very ill that they've had to been hospitalized. Dozens of videos have been appearing all over and gone viral, showing the blue rain after it has fallen. Take a look at this.
Blue lake right here. How much would it take you to drink that water?
That is pretty crazy. Some are speculating that it is from cloud seeding. Images have been reported everywhere of planes streaking the skies in the Texas area, creating what some are saying is blue rain. This does look very eerie to me and very suspicious. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think it's from cloud seeding, or it's just some type of phenomenon that no one's going to explain to us? And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Did y'all see y'all know the still picture when they trail in the skies? Did y'all see it looked like a Freemason symbol. Did y'all see it at the bottom? Go back and look at it. It looks like if I'm not mistaken, it was the bottom of the V. Like the V was going down, not going up. Go back and look. It's the bottom left. Like if I can remember, it's like the third photo from the second. It's like right at the bottom. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's the third photo. It's the third photo right there. Check it out. Go back and look. Spam it up and let me know if y'all saw what I saw. Also, I can't get over the fact he said some people have tasted it and been hospitalized. Bro, what did they think was going to happen? What did they think was going... Bro, and never have I ever seen blue rain. So if I ain't seen it and you see it and you feel like you're going to drink it, like, come on, bro. Put it under a microscope or something, or do some type of science project on it. Don't drink this shit, bro. What in the world? Better... At least we... Again, There's people out there who do some crazy shit. We just gotta know the guidelines on where not to go. We know where not to go.
I am an escaped slave. A slave to the system that escaped, and I have a loud voice. You think you're not slaves, but you are. The 9-to-5 existence of your current lives is structured by the American industrial corporate complex, complicit with our government. You need to free yourselves from this, not as me. You don't have to go out and risk yourself by speaking out loudly, but free yourselves. This is not what life is. This is not what life is. Life is a great mystery, a glorious, unbelievably mysterious, beautiful existence if you are free from those who control you, provide you with propaganda, lie to you, deceive you. Everyone is looking for this escaped slave.
John McAfee found today in a prison cell in Spain. The founder of the antivirus software that bears his name had just been ordered extradited to the United States on tax evasion charges.
Damn.
The sun is in space.
No.
Why is there light on Earth and no light in space?
I need y'all to answer that for those. Yeah, I need that answer.
If the Earth is round, why can I see the moon and the sun at the same time? What are they seeing on the other side of the world? Because it sure is not.
People are saying once the prisoners find out what he did and how he disrespected the country, they might try to keep him in jail.
Yeah, fam.
Can I shove this up your butt? Madam, I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay, because you got a mask, you liberal. Go get him.
The Philippines, did you see it, Vitali?
Yeah.
The president of the Philippines
made a whole video.
A reaction video. He was in the nice parts of the Philippines. And like the Manilas, you know what I mean? Imagine he did that in the hood parts, like the real ghettos. Like,
I mean, regardless, he's in jail and prison right now.
Like, Speed, that's how you do it. You go to the country and you show the culture. You don't mess with the culture, fam. I seen this guy taking a police guard's hat and running away. Like,
I know.
Fam, you're 40 years old. Why are you still doing this?
Yeah.
For clicks, bro? What?
It's kind of crazy.
Whether, because I seen y'all comments, whether Speed did it for a bag or whether he, did it for the right reason, he still was respectful. I mean, this dude, he kind of wilding. He kind of wilding out. I wonder what he did, though, to get locked up. Let me know. I don't even know who that is.
This is the disturbing real-life case that inspired Scream. Screenwriter Kevin Williamson was watching a documentary about the Gainesville Ripper while sitting in his house alone. That's when he became paranoid about a scenario where he was being stalked by a killer who called him. And that's when the idea for the iconic opening scene came to life. The fear of a random, violent attack in a seemingly safe community. And that is exactly what happened in this very tragic case. There were 5 victims over 4 days, and it started on August 4th, 1990 and ended on the 27th. The crimes taking place in Gainesville, Florida. Danny Rolling did the unspeakable to these people. He broke into their apartments at night, bound and violated them, and ended up ending them with a knife. After mutilating them, he would pose their bodies in suggestive positions. He ended up getting caught for an unrelated burglary. And the way that they knew it was him was his tools matched the crime scenes, and then he had audio diary confessions. And on top of that, he confessed to 3 other. He ended up getting lethal injection on October 25th, 2006. All of these were so random. He didn't know any of these people. He just came in and he did his thing. Just like our pal Ghostface. Come over here for longer scary videos.
This world can be a sick place sometimes.
So you may have seen some of these videos going viral out of the UK where people are going around with hand saws, sawzalls, etc. and cutting down these cameras. What these are, it's an ultra low emission zone, they call it, or ULEZ. And it was essentially sending you tickets in the mail and fines for driving at certain times or in certain areas. It was a money-making scheme masquerading as a saving the climate scheme. Which reminds me of this picture of, there's little Britain there, and it says, imagine the change in Earth's temperature when Britain achieves net zero. Now you may be thinking, what's the whole reason? What's the real goal behind this? Are they really trying to save the climate, or is there something else happening here?
Gigantic humans did exist. They are petrified. Research aren't area.
When we first started this channel, I was so unfamiliar of what petrified giants was. Y'all let me know as far as the petrified part. I couldn't grasp that rabbit hole. Like that one was really hard to accept. But over time, it was so much proof that I couldn't say no to it. To where I was like, bro, I can't hold on to what I thought was actual reality. I gotta accept what the proof I'm seeing. I gotta accept it for what it is. And that's how I felt with those. But also, who remember the scene in Moana when the mountain lifts up as an actual person? If I'm not mistaken, it was a mountain. The first Moana. I ain't see the second. But the first Moana, she meets, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of who the goddess, or the mountain that she meets at the end. I forgot, but y'all gotta let me know. But that's what that reminds me of. That's what that reminds me of. Let me know if that's a reach.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Secretary of State thinks it's a good idea to fill our fields with solar panels at the cost of billions of pounds to the British taxpayer. I hate to break it to you, Mr. Speaker, but the solar panels rely on sunshine. So why is he supporting now a project to block out the sunshine?
The honourable gentleman never ceases to amaze me, and not in a good way, Mr. Speaker. Look, what I would say to him is this, and this is where, you know, they've made their decision. I'm not sure what their position is, which is cheap, clean, homegrown power is the answer for Britain because it gives us energy security, frees us from the petrostates and dictators. We're in favour of it. They're against it. Goodness knows where they are.
Do they or do they not know what they're doing? Let me know.
Would you stay in this room for an hour to win $5 million? And if you're thinking, oh, I could do this for an hour, I could just like go to sleep, you are dead wrong. As simple as this challenge might seem, it's actually a lot harder than it looks. There is literally no person who has ever succeeded at doing this for an hour. And this is because Microsoft actually built the room. It was $10 million to build, and they made this a very difficult challenge. There's concrete along the walls, and people say when you enter the room, you can hear your own heartbeat. In fact, some of the people who enter this negative 20 decibel room say that they can't even last in there for 1 minute. And to give you context, humans can only detect things that are over 0 decibels, and this is negative 20. It's like while we are in the room, we like physically can't hear the room. Many famous people have tried to go inside this room and they cannot stay for long. A reporter tried to stay in this room and he could only last for 8 minutes before collapsing. When he escaped the room, it took him a total of 2 hours to recover from the experience. And all it was just sitting in silence. Real, true silence. There was even a guy who was able to stay in there for 58 minutes and 57 seconds, and he said he couldn't take it anymore. He was so close to that 5 mil. Over 100 people have tried to stay in this room and win the prize, and none of them have succeeded. People claim that they feel lonely and feel like they are panicking inside of this room. So if you have anxiety, this is probably not for you. Can you beat this challenge? Come over here for longer scary videos.
Spam up who could beat it and spam up who can't. I need to know.
Y'all, China done lost their mind. They just launched an official artificial sun. And there's video footage. Y'all look at this video. Check this out. So, y'all tell me your thoughts. I just want to hear your thoughts because every day the world is getting even more crazy. And I never thought in a million years that I would see an artificial sun being launched. Share your thoughts. I have no comment.
Y'all want to hear my thought on this? Man, look. I'm so convinced. If we doing stuff like this in 2025 with the sun, what year? You know what? I'm convinced that I just don't know what year they put that soul harvesting moon up there. I don't know what year. Maybe there is a year. I just haven't been down that rabbit hole. I ain't been enlightened yet. If anybody knows, spam it up. But I'm convinced if we doing that in 2025, bro, that moon, who's to say the moon is real? We already know and hear stories about what they say it is. It's a base. It's an alien base. It's like the Truman Show. It's a soul harvesting. We get a whole lot of different scenarios. The green people pulled it into this universe. We done heard stuff that it was attached to Earth once upon a time, and asteroids came and detached it. The reason why it controls the water, that ain't true. I don't think that one's true, but that's the stuff I've heard and seen. In my opinion, it's all fake. In my opinion, we just seen a clip where they said that they got them underground and they got a holographic dome over them to make it resemble like they're living on the surface. Who's to say they're not doing that to us right now? I heard Toxic But True Reality was the first one I heard say it's a holographic sky. Maybe I'm going too deep today, but that's how I feel, and that's what's coming in my head when I'm seeing these clips. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Spam up y'all thoughts.
Good. You look fantastic. Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black. What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We suing. I know that's right. Thank you, Miss Pinkett.
And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action. Salacious, malicious stories. Mm-hmm. So that's actionable. So so for me, unfortunately, it's part of it.
How does there was a money shakedown prior?
Oh yeah, it was a money shakedown.
They tried to extort you before?
Well, and that they spent money or what have you, and that they needed to be compensated. So he already tried to do this money shakedown. Because of some business that they had. And I don't know the complete details about it, but that's about to come out because, like I told you, we're about to take legal action.
Right. Will dealing with it,
Oh.
Does he laugh it off? Release a statement.
Will's always going to find the funny.
I figured that.
Yes, he's always going to find the funny. You know what I'm saying? And so.
Y'all laughed at the
Yeah. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And so all you have is you just got to laugh about it, you know? And it's unfortunate because he was like, do you believe this shit? You know, but we just laughed about it.
I doubt Will is laughing about it now. It's been reported that lots of Diddy tapes were recovered by the feds, and there's no doubt Will Smith is
Hey, was all buddy at once upon a time.
That's much worse for you. I grew up in Southern California next to the border, and this is a crazy story that happened to someone that I know. Picture this, you're a guy, you finally found a girl that you want to settle down with and be with forever. You're extremely happy with her. You go on a trip with her and some of your friends to Mexico. Okay? You're at a bar, things are going great, tequila's flowing, mariachi music's playing, you're having tacos or whatever, and everything's great. Okay? You're busy talking to your friends, and her friends are busy or whatever, so she goes to the bathroom. You don't really hear from her for a few minutes, so you go look, and she's not there, and you can't find her. You spend the next couple days searching because you can't find her anywhere in Mexico, and you're panicking, you're freaking out, but your trip's over. You have to come back, you've alerted authorities, there's nothing that anyone can do at the moment, she's gone. The girl that you thought didn't exist, who's so perfect for you, is gone. So you're in line at the border trying to get back into the United States, and there's traffic, and you look over at a car, at an SUV, and you see her, like, sitting in the back seat, and you're like, is that her? Your friends look at her and look at you and like, oh my god, that is her. So you're waving at her, rolling down your window, trying to get her attention, and you're in the border patrol line, so you're trying not to like get out or make a big scene, but you're still trying to get their attention. Your girlfriend is not being responsive at all. She's just sitting there, kind of sitting down, sitting face forward, not moving. And so you notice something's off, like something's definitely wrong. You have what is happening. You can't do anything to get her attention, so you finally alert the border patrol guards and you say, hey, that truck has my girlfriend in there. You know, she went missing a few days ago. You know, you got to go check it out. So they do. They go over, they check out the car, and they pull her out of the car, and they bring everyone else out of the car too. When they pull her out of the car, they realize she's dead, and her entire body is filled with drugs. She's been killed, and everything in her has been removed, and they've just filled her to get her across the border. One of the worst stories ever.
Oh my word.
What, bro? Oh, bro. Damn. Cause see, when he would have came back without her, her family would have been questioning him. Like they would have been pointing a finger, thinking he has something to do with it. But see, I wonder, she must have went to the bathroom by herself, and that's why, like, I feel like nobody, men, women, kids, nothing, they shouldn't go to the bathroom by themselves in certain settings like that in general. But shit, I mean, in settings like that, bro, and you in a whole nother world you don't know nothing about. That's crazy. I was not expecting the story to go there. But fellas, what y'all doing? If y'all can't find y'all lady and y'all finally see her in the backseat of a car, is y'all gonna cause a scene at the border? Or y'all gonna play it how he played it? Cause see, me, naturally, I probably would have caused a scene. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I probably would have caused a scene, and I would have tore everything up. Whoever driving, whoever in the passenger, whoever in the back seat, better ride with me. And whoever in the back seat of their car, and whoever in the passenger and the driver of their car, bro, it's going up. It's going up, bro. I don't got questions no more. I got things I need to handle. I'll ask questions later. We're gonna do what needs to be done first. Y'all let me know if y'all with me on that one or y'all against me. I apologize if it's low vibrational. I'm trying to get better with that. I'm still learning. But in situations like that, come on, bro. You gotta protect the ladies, the elderly, and the babies. That's my opinion.
What in the get out is going on here? So I saw this on X, y'all, and I had to share this with y'all. So this couple, this interracial couple, went on a date, right? Now this dude posted this on Facebook originally and it went viral. He said, this is why I don't usually date outside my race. Now, if y'all have never seen the movie Get Out, you better go watch it. So basically he went out with this girl. They went on a date. That was the picture of them. And then she texted him saying, I definitely enjoyed our night out, but I don't think my parents can find out about us, ... He said, same here, and why? And she said, they despise black guys. My last black boyfriend, let's just say it didn't go well. They literally set him up to be put in jail for life for something he didn't even do. Google Wellington. I really like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you. Government name. And then he replied and said, I like you too. And yeah, that's crazy. I went to school with him. Maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with them, they'll loosen up. Think they would be down for dinner? And she said, I'll ask, LOL, because I really like you and I will not lose you. And then he said, I don't want to lose you either. And then she basically said that her mom and stepdad would be open to meeting that evening. So I guess he meets the parents. He takes a screenshot of the dinner and shows receipts of the meeting. This is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message. This is so creepy, y'all. Saying this. He said, it says basically that was her talking to her mom. Mommy love. He seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Tried to convince him to start working for us. And once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, well, know the rest. Well, you know the rest. What? And then she said, Mom, I really like him. Can I at least keep him? He's very sweet. What? And then she said, not at all. Dating a black guy in the South, especially Mississippi, is not recommended. Do as you're instructed, please. You'll find someone better. And then she says, okay, I'll let him know that Jeff is hiring for work around the house. And like, what? He then posted this post on FB saying, so this is why I stopped dating outside my race. Would be good and set up. And to this day, she still don't know that I saw those messages in her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi. Y'all better be safe. This is crazy. This is literally insane that this is a true story.
I was sickened. Mississippi, is this true? Also, is that stage actors placed to the media or placed on social media to cause division, or is that a real story? And if that's a real story, where the hell did Jordan Peele get his idea from? I'm not saying he got it from there, but I mean, damn, if that's happened once, it might have happened more than that, and that might have been where he got an idea from the times where it happened more than just this time we caught. I'm just asking. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man.
So now there's blue rain that's falling from the sky. People in parts of Texas and California is showing this strange looking rain. Like somebody put Berry Blast Kool-Aid in the atmosphere and now it's raining Hawaiian Punch. All jokes aside, until they find out what type of chemical reaction is inside of this water, I highly advise y'all do not let this shit touch your skin. Scientists are coming out saying that this is the result of a strange weather pattern called Omega Block that's supposedly turning the rain blue. And I don't care what type of weather pattern they talk about, because in all of my 23 years of living, I've never seen the rain turn blue. Kind of reminded me of sky ice. If you know, you know. Like this woman really collected rain and it looked like she poured her a fat glass of her blue Hawaiian Punch. And I honestly don't know if this is because of seating or atmosphere change, but do not trust the rain and do not let this shit touch your skin, because we don't know the real reason why the rain is blue. Could be because of chemical reaction or whatever, but I'm not trusting it.
And don't drink it.
Freemasons were never just builders, they were gatekeepers, archivists, hoarders of ancient truth. Inside the archives, you will not find speculations, you will find proof. History is a fabrication. Proof that civilizations more advanced than ours have risen and fallen, buried beneath layers of deception. And to ensure the truth never reaches those who are meant to forget. Secrets of architecture, sacred geometry, and energy manipulation were not just used to build temples, they were used to alter the fabric of reality itself. Buried in the archives are the real timelines, the history that has been erased. The ancient civilizations that surpassed modern technology, destroyed, covered up, and rewritten as myth. The true origin of mankind, not a random evolution, but a designed creation for a purpose we were never told.
Did you know you are a victim of witchcraft? When you were younger, you were led to believe this piece of paper is called money. But this piece of paper is just a piece of paper. It's the belief in your subconscious mind that gives power to the piece of paper. You believing this piece of paper has value has controlled your actions your whole life. This belief has subconsciously controlled your whole life, taking over your actions, your thoughts and emotions, all to chase this piece of paper, which actually has no value. It's just the belief that gives it power. And that is what the spell is. The spell is a belief that you install into your mind that subconsciously controls you without you even knowing. However, this is happening on a collective scale. The whole world is under the belief that this piece of paper is worth £10. Which means if you remove the program of that belief...
It's over. Shabuzi has completed the humiliation ritual. Look what the hell he got on. Bruh. Not Shabuzi. They didn't turn Shabuzi to Shabute. In the video, when he posing taking pictures, you can literally tell that he's uncomfortable. You want people like, so why he do it? I just told you in the beginning why he did it. This shit crazy, fool. We are literally watching men, masculinity, slip away. Look at this shit, y'all. Now, watch the video and look at his body language. Look at his face and everything. Look at this man, y'all. Look, watch how uncomfortable he is. He look like, I'm just trying to take these pictures and get away, man.
Can you step out a little bit?
Bro, what do he got on? They like, he look fine to me. No. His body language say otherwise. You cannot tell me. So y'all trying to tell me I'm tripping? He didn't look uncomfortable to y'all? Let me know down below in the comments.
He look uncomfortable to y'all?
We need to talk about what the...
You'll really think funerals are just about honoring the dead. Now, let's talk about what's really happening when you bury a body in the earth. Let's talk about how this system was designed to keep souls locked into reincarnation, stuck in a loop they can't escape. Ancient civilizations knew the truth. That's why the Egyptians preserved their bodies, why some cultures burned them, and why the highest spiritual beings left no trace behind. Because the moment your body gets placed 6 feet under, your energy gets anchored to this realm. This ain't just a funeral, this is a contract. Think about it. What happens when you plant a seed? It grows. This world is a system, a matrix, and burial is one of its oldest rituals, designed to keep you coming back, to keep your soul bound, to make sure you forget who you are and start the cycle all over again, cremation. It transmutes the body into ash, freeing energy. Sky burials. The elements take the remains, returning them to the cosmos. But burial. Burial is entrapment. The earth holds memory, and when they plant you, they are planting your energy right back into the cycle. You think you're resting in peace, but you're really waiting for your next assignment, another round in this matrix. That's why the awakened ones choose differently. Because we are not coming back. We are ascending. We are breaking the chain. We are leaving behind this illusion and reclaiming what was stolen from us, our freedom. Wake up. Everything they taught you was a lie. And now you have the truth.
Trump is catching a lot of backlash because he generated this AI image of him being the next pope. What is wrong with these people? For the people that don't understand what's taking place, let me break it down to you. Everything is just a stage. It's mockery. It's not real. They are mocking us because they understand that they are the NPCs and we are the real souls. 2025, number 9. Completion it also represents the square. Whatever choices and decisions you make in 2029, it will be trapped away in the cube. This is not just a picture. It's a logo, symbol, meaning, message. Remember, these people want us to talk about them. They want us to pick a side. They want us to debate. Because if we pick a side and debate, it's energy, frequency, vibration. Everything in this universe is a hologram. Do you know why the Pope always walk around with this staff? And if you look close, you can see an image of Jesus on the staff. Is this mockery or are they paying respect to Christ? Is this man carrying a staff or is he carrying a magic wand? It's a magic wand. And do you know who magic wand they are using? Ours. Everything on this planet is dealing with connections. Remember, our world is just a simulation, but if you can't get the downloads, you're going to be lost. The magic wand or the staff that the Pope is carrying is really our spinal cord. Magic wand, the Pope's staff, and our spinal cord. Jesus represented the sun. He died at the age of 33 when he reached his pineal gland or crown chakra. That's why they have Jesus on the staff, because he died when he reached the crown. Once you activate your chakras, you start from the base and go all the way up till you get to the crown. When these people walk around with the staff, they're trying to tell you that they're walking around with your Christ consciousness. They are using our Kundalini energy to make this matrix manifest. So when I see shit like this, I kind of laugh because I understand what a lot of this shit represents. We have the Illuminati against the Dark Cabal. These people been fighting for thousands of years just so they can control our chakras. And they be getting orders from people or entities that look like this. This is not a movie. These things are real. When people wake up to the real truth about our reality, it's going to be a long one. They might want to go back to sleep. These life forms don't care about you being good or being bad. They just want you to play the game because they understand it's just a simulation. They need energy. Just remember, I'm a channel, you a channel, your mom is a channel, your dad, your boyfriend, your husband. We are all channels, and they are trying to break our code so they can understand how the spirit work. They don't have a spirit. If you want to hear more about these topics, check out my ebook. Link is in the bio.
Collective, these last two clips y'all seen, these shit's gonna ruffle feathers.
That's why you're not supposed to cut the ether. It powers you up. This is ether. This connects you directly to the etheric grams along with your deoxyetheric acid. Remember, the Anunnaki, the council, back home talks to us through that sun. They send downloads through the sun. That's why if you stand in the sun, every 8 minutes you receive downloads to your genetics. That be the ancestors talking to you through electrical coding. And that electrical coding is going through the chromosphere of the sun. It's connected directly to your chromosomes inside of you. And when you step outside, your pineal gland is designed to channel the frequency of the sun. So you receive that right directly to your pineal gland. And if you have ether on your head, it triple charges up these direct electrical messages. Now when it comes to your pineal gland, if your shit closed, you can't get it. If your pineal gland closed, you can't get the messages. This is why it's called light code lockdown. This is why they made the TV with the little eye behind it that's firing that selenium at your pineal. And they put fluoride in your toothpaste to close your pineal. Because they know when you go outside, that sun is hitting that. That's metaphysics. They can't stop that connection.
Free my guy for dropping gems, man.
Because I read the script and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart were already attached, and I was like, these characters are jumping off the page. And my role, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the most popular girl in high school. For some reason, I know how to play that. And then it was such a hit. It was way bigger than I even anticipated. And now, I think we're going to make part 2. I think you have to. I think you, have to. They kill you if you try to walk away. And they clone you.
Truth in plain sight.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's not a person, bro. Look.
That's a hiker.
No, it's not, bro. That's not a person.
That's way bigger than a hiker, bro.
Bro, that's not. Oh, it just disappeared. What? Nope.
Nah, that's, yeah, y'all let me know.
Shouldn't be telling you this, and once you do it, there's no going back. I am in no way suggesting you do this. I'm not telling you to do it. So if you keep watching this video, if you do it, it's on you, not me. So many people ask me all the time, how do I know or how do I tell if my house is haunted, or maybe I'm haunted or have an attachment? You can try this one simple thing. I think it's safe to say most of us have a cell phone, iPhone, Android. Open up your recorder. Each of these phones have their own recorder. On iPhone, this is what it looks like. And Android has something very similar. Go to your house, if you think it's haunted or whatever location it may be, push the record button. Now, you can amp things up by asking questions. Is something here? Do you want to communicate? Or just lay your phone down, hit the record button, and leave it in complete silence for as long as you want. And there's a very good chance you're going to hear something that you wish you had. So do this at your own risk. It's up to you. But if you want to know if there's something around you, there's a really good possibility you'll find out.
I don't want to find out. Do you?
This is nasty work. These scientists are playing God, manipulating the elements, creating natural disasters for targeted areas.
A machine that can create the worst imaginable hurricane conditions indoors.
Indoors!
This is the Sustain Wind Wave Laboratory. Sustain stands for Surge Structure Atmosphere Interaction.
Atmosphere interaction.
I still get a chill sometimes watching it, even though I've seen it run hundreds of times.
Okay.
For a wind. I like the wind. Yes.
You make it nice and simple. So you're like, do this first. Do this first. Do this second. Anybody can figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they just pull a lever, push a button, and now they creating natural disasters for certain areas. They playing God. We actually control elements as gods, but they're doing it themselves in laboratories.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling all down the Van Eyck Dog. All down the Van Eyck Dog. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
This is why you should always be armed while camping in the woods. Because when this boy asked his dad to look at his daughter Carly, something strange happened.
Hey Dad, look at Carly!
Get up here, Carly!
At first he didn't notice what exactly talked to Carly, so he ran up to see it, but the creature was already gone, so he decided to brush it off and continue on with his day. However, that would be a mistake he would regret, as a few hours later, his daughter came to him, asking to look at the person in the woods. But when the dad looked, he saw something strange.
Hey! What are you doing over there?
The man decided to brush it off again and head back home, since he was busy with work. But that night after dinner, everything changed when he saw this.
What?
Somebody in the window, keep window!
No, there's not. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here.
After seeing a strange creature run from the window, he went outside to investigate, but came back empty-handed and decided to call it a night. But what would you do in this situation?
That's the first time I got to see all the clips back to back. See, I seen the first two, but I didn't even know those was the same. That was the same family. That last clip, boy, I don't know if you got it on you. You might have to get the busting through the window. I'm just saying, bro. Hey, forgive me.
You ever pick up your cell phone and search for something and Google already know what you're thinking? What if I told you it's not artificial intelligence you were speaking to or a person that worked for Google? Our cell phones, laptops, and computers is the new Ouija board. We are really talking to spirits when we use Google or these robots. Why do you think a Ouija board have numbers and letters just like the phone pad? When you're about to dial a number, you see the letters and the numbers. So who are you really talking to online? When you use your laptop, you gotta hit letters, numbers, the mouse. When you use your Ouija board, letters, numbers, the mouse. This is the reason why they're trying to make our world all digital, because they want us to be locked down so we can always interact with these spirits. They told you it's robots and artificial intelligence. No, this is spirits. The people that make these products don't make mistakes. That's why they say it's truth in plain sight, because they have to tell us what's going to happen. But this story get a little deeper because all this AI technology is connected to our thoughts. The reason why they call it the World Wide Web is because our thoughts and emotions is being stuck to a spider web. You ever seen a spider get stuck in his own web? No. But its prey do. We are the prey that's being stuck in the World Wide Web. They say the mark of the beast is 666. Well, WWW is 666. Every day we are using dark magic and don't even realize it. It's not just entertainment.
Is that too far of a reach to y'all?
Hey game, I'm gonna name off some random people and you tell me how many random coincidences there are. So this is Dmitry Petronov. Apparently he created a plasma battery that powered his 2-story house for 16 months. In 2010, he went to a bakery and that's the last time the world ever saw him. Coincidentally, this is Zachary Warfield. He was also working on a plasma battery. He even met with Dmitry a couple of times to exchange notes. He died in a crazy boating accident. Stefan Marinov was the leader of the European free energy movement. Apparently they made a ton of headway. They had a breakthrough but he fell out of a window? What? Oh, by the way, if you've already seen this video, it's because I posted one and it got pulled down for community guidelines. I'm appealing it. It might come back up, but I figured I'd make it again. John Mullen was a nuclear physicist that worked with one of the largest military contractors in the world. He discovered something big, but then died of arsenic poisoning. But don't worry, his girlfriend was the suspect. They actually found her dead in her apartment as well. Well, that's the end of that.
What is a arsenic? Whatever he said. I need to learn that.
Do y'all remember the mom that believed her son was put on display at the Bodies Museum in Las Vegas, y'all? Well, I have some receipts for y'all. She came with receipts, and y'all, this gave me chills down my spine. I truly feel like this might be her son. Now, they're trying to say that her son unalived himself and used cyanide on himself and put it inside of himself, when there was an actual receipt of it being purchased before his unaliving. She also mentioned that her son's stepmom is on a government watch list, and she believes that she is the one who unalived her son as well as her son's father. There are some comparison photos to the display at the Body Museum to compare to her son's face, and also the marks on her son's chest that make no sense and have no correlation to cyanide poisoning. And then there's also a post that was made by her son saying that he believed people were trying to unalive him, and she used that as evidence as well. All of this, and they still saying that the body is not her son. But y'all, this is scary because I really feel like it might be. And the fact that those bodies are on display, that is so disrespectful and inhumane. She is still fighting for justice to prove that this is her son, y'all, and that they tried to cover this up and gave them money, and it was all about money, and how they get these bodies at this museum is suspicious anyway. But yeah, y'all, this is crazy. She has receipts, and honestly, I feel like she has a case here.
This is the terrifying true story that inspired the film Sinners. Miles Caton's character attracted the devil with his music, and this actually happened in real life. Robert Johnson was a blues guitarist from the 1930s who allegedly sold his soul. People say that he met the devil at a crossroad and sold his soul for this amazing guitar. And this allegedly happened at Highway 49 and 61 in Mississippi. He went from being a bad guitarist to instantly good really fast, and his music had really dark, eerie vibe. People always described his songs and his music as really haunting. Now, it is important to note that he never claimed that this happened. People made it up after he died. There was another blues musician named Tommy Johnson who often told this story, and people would often confuse the two artists. And then Robert Johnson, so they both had the same last name, he went on to sing songs like Me and the Devil, and if you look up those lyrics, you would understand what I'm talking about, and Hellhound on My Trail. Just a lot of songs related to like meeting the devil at a crossroads, so that's why people think that was him. So it's very likely that it's just like an urban legend, like folklore, like it has no truth to it, but it's still really creepy to think about. And obviously this story had a lot of inspiration on what happened to this character in Sinners. Come over here for longer freaky videos.
Y'all seen the movie Crossroads? Check it out. It's an old, I think, 1980s movie. We just watched it. Yeah, check it out. Reminds me a lot of Sinners, and I'm thinking that's where Sinners got a lot of that from, as well as that story they just said. And it looks like that they got that story from the movie Crossroads from that real story. But if you know, you know. That's one of those rabbit holes, like when they take you down to French Quarters. Certain entities, if y'all get what I mean, we'll take that dive though.
Yep, what you are seeing is a real pelican. The footage was captured in Destin, Florida. We know a lot of weird and things, sightings have been happening in Florida. The big question, what caused this type of transparency and what is going on in Florida?
November 11th, 1997, on the hugely popular paranormal talk show Coast to Coast AM, host Art Bell held an open line segment specifically asking to receive calls from Area 51 employees. Little did he know, he was about to receive perhaps the most infamous call in the entirety of his show's history.
On my Area 51 line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharged.
As you can hear, the audio begins to cut out as Art was asking something about the caller's medical discharge, and seconds later, something incredible happens. Nationwide, the signal to the radio show vanished, as audiences heard dead air or backup local programs kicking in on their radios. Art Bell and crew presumably rushed behind the scenes to figure out what happened to the signal, before returning moments later with some ominous news. Halfway through the frantic call, the studio suffered a catastrophic satellite signal failure, a rare occurrence that the show had never experienced before. The signal loss seeming even more sinister after the caller mentioned that they would be triangulating his call any minute.
Well, this was certainly interesting. We are now on a backup system, everybody. A backup system. And that one caller that I had on the air, I guess we were about in the middle of his transmission, his telephone call, which was one of the strangest ones I've ever had. And the entire transmitting system by satellite went down here, and we were notified we were off the air. And it would appear to be from this end and some sort of massive transmit failure. So we are now using a backup system to be on the air. And not that I would normally believe this kind of thing, mind you, but I can't help but wonder if somebody zapped us in some way. We'll find out. Oh, well, what happened is the transmitter here blew its cookies in some way. Something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now. And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
Just a couple, about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Guys, you really missed a call then, and I've got a feeling somebody didn't want you to hear it.
Yeah.
According to Art Bell himself, something knocked the signal off the air, and he felt as though someone didn't want anyone hearing what the caller had to say, whether it was a prank call or not.
Hey, is Coast to Coast AM still a show, or is it over with?
It took me 24 years to realize Timmy Turner is actually Danny Phantom. Once Timmy Turner turned 13, he wished he would never lose his fairies, which upset the higher console. So they forced Cosmo and Wanda to change Demi into Danny so he would forget. But it gets even weirder. Look at this episode. Now look at the background. Seem familiar? Not to mention all the characters are the same. Trixie became Paulina. Tootie became Sam. Age became Tucker. Chester became Dash. Even Vicky became Jazz. And in a recent episode, Timmy's parents suddenly became Ghostbusters, which manifested into this. Now this picture makes a lot more sense. How did we not see this sooner?
Or they just got lazy and just,
This is the first time I've ever put a trigger warning on a video. This documentary is incredibly hard to watch. It's about Judy Malinowski, the first woman in history to testify at her own trial. I know that statement sounds very confusing. Judy was lit on fire by her ex-boyfriend, and it was all caught on camera. 90% of her body was burned. There is a lot of footage in this documentary that is very hard to watch. There's body cam footage, there's security footage of him doing this to her. He ends up getting charged with arson while she's still alive. Since she's in critical condition, they know that when she dies, he's gonna be charged with. This guy is a huge piece of shit. They list his criminal history, and it's like 10 pages long. Because she's in critical condition and she knows that she's gonna die soon, she insists on testifying before she dies. She was an incredible woman, and I think that everyone needs to hear her story. This Dylan's charity that my boyfriend and I have worked with before, called Fear Is Not Love, sent us an email this morning about how they had lost another woman who they had worked with to domestic violence. So I have put the link to their donation in my bio, and if you have ever enjoyed any of my videos or enjoyed something I've recommended, please consider donating what you can to Fear Is Not Love.
I don't know if I ever spoke on this publicly, but my childhood was filled with seeing crazy shit like this. Not from my pops, but from my stepdad. He would be putting his hands on my moms, and moms will fight back. and what you think I was doing, right in the middle. So that type of shit is a trigger for me. But I don't understand dudes that do this. And I get it, like sometimes dudes will do this and some of the women will stay and stick around. It's like, bro, you gotta dip. When you get the first red flag, you gotta dip. It only get worse. It only get worse. And it's like, and to me, we had to realize some dudes are just as bitter as they say some baby mamas. Well, some dudes, some boyfriends, some men, they just bitter, bro. They ain't never had a great woman in their life. So when that woman dip or they get tired or don't do something they don't like and they already got unhealed hurt, man, that's what they gonna do. Hurt people, hurt people. That's what my mom told me to get me out of doing wild ass shit. But hey, it is what it is, man. Prayers to anybody. Told y'all we had a trigger warning or two. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you even if you're watching on your TV. Whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Again, we almost at that 100K. I appreciate everybody, man. It's been a hell of a journey. So I appreciate y'all again. I love y'all Collective. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm